Hello and welcome to our round 7 preview. Thanks to Dabble, I'm Steph Baumgartel and I'm joined by Pete Hawley. And Halls, I don't know about you, but after not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 single point margins last round, I'm extra excited to get into this week. And it all kicks off with a mega Ignite Cup between the Jack Jumpers and the Perth Wildcats. Halls, these are two teams who've played each other before. The Jack Jumpers won in Perth, now they play at home and they go in as favourites.
Yeah, they're back in front of their home fans, which is exciting for them. They feel like they've been on the road for nearly every single game. What an unbelievable win they had last round against the Sydney Kings, coming back from 16 down in the fourth quarter. Now they get the energy of their home fans on Wednesday night. It doesn't matter when the game is in Tassie, it'll be sold out. I fully expect the Jack Jumpers to be feeling really good about this, riding the momentum and getting a win at home.
Now, the Wildcats have some shooting woes at the moment as well. They shot one of their first 24 three-point shots in that game against the Illawarra Hawks. Halls, until they sort themselves out, can you have any confidence in them at the moment?
Well, that's not good at all. And again, their whole season they've been really poor shooting from three, and I think they're going to start to come good. They've got enough pieces, but David Duke Jr. is the new signing for the Perth Wildcats. He's suiting up, but he landed on Friday, so I don't expect him to play a whole lot in this game. He might play sporadic minutes. They have got shooting. Without Dylan Windler again, who's ruled out, I don't think it's going to get much better in this game. And Tassie's a hard venue to go and knock down some shots. Because of all that, you have to give the Jack Jumpers the edge.
All right, come Thursday night, Queensland bragging rights are on the line because it is the battle of the Brisbane Bullets versus the Cairns Taipans. Halls, the Taipans have not had a great start, but is round 7 the time for them to turn it around?
Not a great start is very generous from you, Steph. It's been atrocious, but again, they come up against the Brisbane Bullets who haven't been that great. They've been good at times, but they keep finding themselves in big holes early. I am worried that with some still injury concerns around the Cairns Taipans and big man Tyrell Harrison and what Casey Prather's doing, I think the Bullets at $1.45 is probably a little generous as well.
Now, Jack McVeigh is a game time decision. Hopefully he does come back in for the Taipans. With him back in the side, if he comes in, does it swing you in more favour of Cairns?
It gives me a little more hope. Again, I think the Taipans will be more competitive this round than they have been in the last couple. They're going to win a game sooner rather than later. I just think the Brisbane Bullets with Tyrell Harrison and Casey Prather are going to be way too strong. But again, in a rivalry game, the interstate rivalry game, I fully expect there to be a little bit more emotion. They might be a bit more competitive early, but if the Bullets come out and put them to the sword like they can do, I think the Bullets will win.
Now, the Brisbane Bullets also have new import Dakota Matthias coming into their side. Do you think will have any immediate impact for them, or will they have to manage him in on limited minutes?
No, I think you have a really good impact because he can shoot the ball at a high rate. And the Brisbane Bullets, that's one thing they're really poor at. Outside of Casey Prather, who anytime he shoots it, you expect it to go in, Alex Duke has shown flashes of it. I think Matthias will come in and really light it up, shoots over 45% from three. So having all that being said, I think the Brisbane Bullets are getting a nice price here.
Well, the Hawks found form finally to win over Perth. Now they'll be looking to go 2 straight and get it done over the New Zealand Breakers. Halls, is this where we see the defending champs get their season going?
I think it is. I think that is a character-defining win to go over to Perth. They had 10 days off between games where they lost by 40 to the Phoenix, and you just saw them come out hungry over at RAC Arena. I think they'll really get galvanised by that. They'll be excited. They're going in facing a New Zealand team, which has shown that they can compete, they can play hungry, but I fully expect that with Tyler Harvey and JaVale McGee that the Hawks can get this done.
Now, with the New Zealand Breakers, they've got next star Karim Lopez. It is McGee for the Hawks that's got everyone talking. Which of them excites you the most, Halls?
Oh, that's a really tough question because JaVale McGee, we haven't seen a guy like JaVale McGee do what he's doing in the NBL. The length, the athleticism, defensively, he had that game-saving block as well as the free throw over in Perth. But Karim Lopez, this guy's going to be a top 3, top 4 pick in the NBA draft next season. So enjoy Karim Lopez while he's here because we're not going to see him for much longer before he makes the NBA. And JaVale McGee, he's been outstanding. So if I had to pick who's going to win a battle, they won't match up on each other. I think JaVale McGee is going to be too strong because he's putting up absurd numbers.
Lots of new faces this round because the Hawks also welcome in new import QJ Peterson, sharpshooting point guard. Is he the missing puzzle piece the Hawks have needed?
I think he is. I mean, one thing he does really well is score the basketball. So he's going to take pressure off Tyler Harvey, pressure off JaVale McGee. How quickly they can get him going into the system is going to be key for Justin Tatum. But with all that being said, because they have those guys, David Hickey might be back as well. I think the Hawks will go in and get this done.
Hawks time to shine. Well, we have an extra long weekend of basketball because come Monday, Melbourne United take on the Sydney Kings at home. Halls, the Kings have their backs against a wall here. They've got 7 of the next 8 games on the road. They need someone to step up and be a hero. Who is it?
Oh, I think it's going to be Xavier Cooks because they are under pressure. Everybody's putting all the spotlight on them. They've got this incredibly star-studded roster. They've recruited well in the off-season with Davis, with Dellavedova. Anytime you get put under that magnifying glass during the week leading up to a round, I expect them to show some sort of bounce back, and I think Xavier Cooks will do that because he's been down on form, and I'm looking forward to this one, the Cup Eve, against these two teams who have a lot of history together. This will be fun.
Now, Melbourne United, we know they're in fine form. They've got a perfect season record so far. They're chasing 10 straight. They have an 8-day break before they go into this match. Is there any chance they drop the ball and lose this one, Hulse?
Oh, it's going to be tough to see. And again, I think Melbourne United are clear-cut the best team in it, and everyone's asking where's their first loss coming from. I think their first loss is going to be one of those games where they don't emotionally get up for it. I think the chance to be the best start in the club's history, which will be 10 straight, I think that'll give them the edge over the Sydney Kings as well. It's going to be one of those games they fully expect to win based on talent alone, and they might stumble. So check back in a couple of weeks for our Dabble previews for where that is, because you'll get some juice there.
Now, we have seen some good things from the Kings so far this year, but they have been a little bit hot and cold. Do you think, Hulse, they need to fill that third import spot to be more reliable?
I do, they don't. And again, they keep coming out and saying they're just going to roll with what they have right now. They're going to be looking. I know they're looking for another import out there, but right now they've got Kendrick Davis, one of the best guards in the league. Delhi, one of the best leaders. He's playing in front of his former fans in Melbourne United. You want him to come out here and show, and then obviously Xavier Cooks, Tim Suarez, Jalen Galloway. There's enough pieces there. What this comes down to is who's going to be more hungry. When I played for Melbourne United a few years ago, we had signs in John Cain Arena that said, go hard or go to Sydney. The Sydney Kings know about that, and there's a bit of a history right here.
Well, it is certainly shaping up to be a very exciting round 7 of hoops. Basketball every night from Wednesday night all the way through to Monday evening. On behalf of myself, Pete Hawley and Dabble, thanks so much for tuning in.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.